Hello to everyone watching and listening around the world, and welcome. My name is Olivia, and I'm a training and development consultant at IMA International. Today, I'm joined by the amazing knowledge management and organisational learning specialist, Angela Forrest. Angela is going to be talking to us about her work in the international development sector, her passion project promoting health and well-being, what inspires her, and her hopes for the future of international development. We are really looking forward to hearing what she has to say. So, hello, Angela, and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Olivia. Really happy to be able to participate in this.
Great. Thanks, Angela. So, what are 3 things that inspire you every day?
Well, as somebody who meditates every morning, I would say the first answer is just acknowledging that spiritual connection, that connection to those forces that are bigger than me. And I spend time trying to do that. And then I would say the next thing would be the sun and just like the sky. It's just a reminder that they are here to support our planet and every human on the planet, including me. And I'm just inspired by that and reassured. And then the last thing, and I'm not saying this in a vain way at all. I'm saying this in a very way that reflects where I've come in my life, but myself. I'm inspired by myself. I'm inspired by what I have come through, what I've gone through to get to this point in my life. Like most people, have been a lot of challenges, particularly the last 3 years with COVID and everything. And so when I journal or when I reflect on where I was a couple of years ago, even, I'm so excited and inspired by that. And it shows me I can create the type of life that I want. And that's really exciting.
Wow, that's really lovely to hear you say that, actually. I think we're taught from a young age not to build to sort of talk about all our achievements. It's like, well, that's boastful, you shouldn't, talk about what amazing things other people have done. But actually, if you're not inspired by yourself and the things that you're doing, it's very hard to have the motivation to seek out the things that you really enjoy in life, and to do work that you find fulfilling, and things like that, and to inspire others around you. That's really what ultimately helps you to inspire other people, and that's a really big part of what we are trying to do here at IMA, is to inspire other people. So thank you for that. That's just really lovely.
Yeah, I just wanted to briefly add, I think of the things that inspire me are not the things so much that the external world sees, but just like the internal, the growth, the evolving as a person, right? Falling down, having bad things happen, and then being able to get back up, being able to have that resilience. Those are the inner things that most people don't know about unless I tell them. Those are the things that inspire me about me.
Absolutely. Well, only we know our own progress and our own journey through all of everything life throws at us. So it's that's really, really wonderful to hear. So thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. So just tell me, Angela, a bit about some of your work. Are there any projects or passions that you've worked on that are particularly important to you?
Yeah, so when I look back on the time that I have been supporting USAID, which has been going on 9 years, a lot of different projects, doing knowledge management. I've been in a lot of different areas. I have to say, one of the projects that I'm actually working on now is the culmination of 8 years of my work dealing with trying to help people across the agency improve their access to our Google Workspace platform and Google Drive, even the Chief Knowledge Management and Organizational Learning Officer said just this week, Angela, this is clearly a passion of yours. You feel very strongly. It's because I have spent 8 years working on projects dealing with our key repository to try and get automation, to try and bring the agency forward and modernize this platform, this repository, to alleviate the extreme amount of time and effort that it takes folks to work with it. So that's something I'm working on now, and I'm preparing to support our Chief Knowledge Management Organizational Learning Officer and her team on working with our IT folks to hopefully take care of that. That's a huge, long-standing thing for me. Beyond that, honestly, I think that some of the most important work I've done, again, is the work that is not necessarily on my resume. It's not necessarily in a list of bullet points. It really is about helping my colleagues get to the next level, helping them solve problems, bringing people together to allow them to solve problems. These are the aspects of knowledge management that often are not recognized and not seen, but they build connections and they build relationships. And that's really the one of the best ways to address challenges, is to bring people together, is to have people recognize others' skills and talents in the process of helping solve their own problems. And then from there, a relationship is established, a collegial professional relationship. And yeah, I think just bringing people together across all of these different jobs I've held supporting USAID in my different offices and bureaus, that's been probably the biggest thing. I love to bring people together. I love to help tear down walls of misunderstanding, tear down silos, and get people to see other people, see how much they have in common as opposed to differences.
Wow, fantastic. Well, it's we often hear about all of the issues with silos in or big organizations in particular that stretch across countries and have all of the different departments in different places, and there's such a lack of communication, and how can we really grow collectively to make the world a better place, to try and advocate for social justice and all of these different things. When we work separately, it doesn't work. So it's really interesting to hear that that's one of the things that you're most passionate about, and how brilliant to be supportive of your peers and to see them to progress in what they're also interested in, and that's really, really wonderful. So what is one thing that you're most grateful for?
I would say, and this ties into one of my passions that is outside of my work for USAID, is I'm grateful for just my life and the ability to be in right now, a really good place of healing and restoration. It's been about 15-year journey to get there. And at times, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. I had very serious health issues. The doctors I was working with didn't see them. They didn't see that I had these really serious problems. So I had to really figure out on my own how to keep myself alive. And so I'm just really grateful that I have done that, and I'm still here, and I can use what I have learned to share with other people and help them restore their health, and to have faith, and to have them have hope that their quality of life can be not only restored but improved.
That's really, truly inspirational, and what an amazing thing to be grateful for and working towards. And it's so wonderful to hear about a passion project that is so close to your heart, that helps and hopefully will help even more people in the future, for something that is ultimately one of the most important thing for everyone, and to be healthy and to have a good well-being and enjoy what the world has to offer. So thank you for sharing that. That's it's hopefully we get to hear even more about this in years to come. So yeah, and my last question for you today, Angela, is what do you hope for the future of international development and all of the projects that are ongoing and all of the work that's being done in these different countries? What do you hope for the future of international development?
I think I hope that the current initiatives that USAID and others are taking in international development to actually listen to people in the countries where these projects are taking place, and not just listen to them after everything has been designed and planned and implemented, but listen to them from day one. The local indigenous knowledge is so important. It's the way that projects are sustainable. It is the way that you engage with people in a way that is respectful, that acknowledges that their indigenous culture and their ways are valid and need to be heard and need to be included. And so I know, USAID is really focusing more on doing that. And so I think that the goal, the hope is that that happens more and more, and that the people who are supposed to be benefiting from this work are the people who are at the table from the very beginning. They are involved in the designing these projects, these programs, and these activities. And they are making key decisions about how things should happen.
Absolutely. I mean, the storytelling as in of itself is a really powerful way of getting all these different people to share their stories, to share their experiences, and particularly indigenous knowledge, which only they will have that knowledge. It's so integral to all of the decisions that are being made. But if they're not there, like you said, if they're not at the table and not being involved, then the project, as you said, won't be sustainable, but also it won't be inclusive of all of the people that it will impact directly or indirectly. And ultimately, as our world really gets smaller in a way with all of the things that are going on and the access to all of this knowledge, we need to make sure that we are involving all of these people and including them in conversations about their lives and letting them lead on some of these things, and just being aware of other people's experiences. So I hope that as well, for very much so, for the future of international development, and hopefully we start to see all of that work come through. But thank you. Did you have any other final thoughts to share before we finish?
Only that I know that this is part of International Women's Day, and kind of going back to this passion project of mine, I am very invested in helping women in particular take charge of their health, empower them to engage with their health practitioners and advocate for themselves, so that they can get the best health outcomes. There's some really tragic stories, particularly of women who have been given, death sentences because they got bad information from a doctor and they didn't investigate it. So we have the right to research our own health conditions. We have the right to engage with our medical practitioners in an empowered, informed way. And if we don't get respect in return, if our symptoms, if our condition is dismissed and downplayed, we have the right to walk away and to continue to find the people who will help us heal and who are committed to helping us live our best lives. So when we're talking about clearly international development in women and the role of women as it relates to health, there are many women across the globe who do not have any access to medical practitioners, right? So we need to invest in women, particularly in health, particularly when it comes to pregnancy and childbirth and childcare, right? Where so many women's lives are being lost. And so we need to support women and support their health with funding, investment, infusion of projects that support that across the globe. Women are needed, and they have done studies that show when women are healthy, when women are empowered, when women are engaged in the political process, societies change for the better. So we need to support women at all levels across the globe.
Thank you, thank you. Well, we hope that on this International Women's Day that this message is even more powerful and coming across and inspires women to support each other in all of these in these areas. Well, thank you so much, Angela. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, and we hope to hear more about your work in the future.
Thank you. I really appreciated this opportunity to talk.